Hello, everybody. Happy holidays and Happy New Year to you all. And today I'm talking about Mercury in Sagittarius. This is from the 31st of December to 20th January. So New Year is going to be with Mercury in Sagittarius. Hello, this is Komilla Sutton, and I'm talking about Mercury in Sagittarius. This is quite a complex transit for Mercury. It starts from 31st of December, so New Year is going to be with Mercury in Sagittarius, and it continues till 20th of January. Now, in my video about the secrets of Mercury, I spoke about the fact that Mercury is very easily influenceable planet, and it gets influenced by the company it keeps. So in this Sagittarius transit of Mercury, Mercury is going to be part of the eclipse. It's going to conjoin with Saturn, and it is going to start getting slowly more and more combust. So all these things we are going to study. And I put the link about the Mercury in below, so you can look up that video as well. So Mercury in Sanskrit is known as Budha, and Budha represents our intellect, our rational thinking, our analytical skills. And it is important for all of us, not just Gemini and Virgo, to be conscious of what Mercury is doing. So Mercury is because it connected to our analytical thinking. Our emotional thinking is connected to the moon, but Mercury affects our thinking, also communication. And in a year, Mercury has 6 combustions. So one of the combustions is going to start in January. And I will keep you updated throughout the videos about these. So anyway, so the thing is that Mercury itself going into Sagittarius is always a complex thing. You know, so far, every time planets have been going over that Gandanta point. So the Scorpio, Sagittarius, Gandanta, Sun has just been over it, and now Mercury is going to go over it. And that will be on 31st of December. So you're kind of in a no man's land that time, 31st, because your thinking is neither in Scorpio, neither in Sagittarius. Gandantas are blocked energies. And when Mercury crosses over, it doesn't have a long time to affect it, but it is going to release some energy. And always the first thing that gets activated is the wrong type of energy. Underneath lies the real truth and real transformative ability and spiritual energy. So we have to be a bit careful about any choices we are making around 31st. Are we thinking correctly? Can we just wait a couple of days and then decide what is happening? Sagittarius is the spiritual warrior. So Mercury is feeling very feisty and fiery and wants to do things and wants to act on situations as it goes into Sagittarius. But as I said, 31st is Gandanta time. But almost immediately, 2 things happen to Mercury. First is that it gets involved in the eclipse of 5th and 6th of January, depending on which part of the world you are, the eclipse is visible there. That it's not in the same nakshatra. Mercury is going to be in Mula Nakshatra at that time, and the eclipse is taking place in Purvashadha. But they are in the same sign. So think about it. There's some disturbed energy. And anyway, eclipse, I told you before that you have to take care about the eclipse. And again, a link will be below about the solar eclipses I spoke about. So that's the new year is beginning with all these complex energies. And then from 5th of January onwards, Mercury slowly starts getting combust. And combust literally means that it goes behind the sun. So slowly, Mercury is going getting more and more combust. So, sun is a hot planet, and so it gets heated up. So you can feel angry, you can feel activated, lot of energy. Sometimes, when there's too much electricity happening to you, it could be like that. It could be quite positive, lots of ideas, lots of things, but be careful you don't burn yourself out. Secondly, because Mercury is not getting fully exact degree of combustion, is slowly hiding behind the sun. So this is the time other people can impose their ideas on you. So be careful about that. Be conscious what is happening and be careful. And so the combustion is a long energy. It lasts for quite some time. And let me just give you the correct dates. So as far as the combustion is concerned, here we are. So 5th January, it is going to start combusting, and it goes into slowly, and it carries on toward almost to the end of January. But the exact sun Mercury conjunction or the exact combustion is when Mercury is in Capricorn. So at this stage, we are just being conscious that we are slowly getting closer and closer to the sun. So the energy is getting more and more, and we are also in ability to overheat, stress ourselves out. And also, if you're Gemini, Virgo, then you have to be careful that this is not, people are not bullying you, or their light is taking away your energy. So especially bosses and people in power, you need to be careful about. So the combustion is like a slow moving thing, and we just got to take little rest, not rush into things. And if we are overdoing things, then, this is a time to relax, think less. And as we go more towards the end of Sagittarius, the combustion is increasing. So 20th, Mercury is quite combust. Then the third aspect is the Mercury Saturn conjunction. So Mercury Saturn conjunction happens once a year. So that means that it's not something unusual, but it is, while it's happening, it's quite stressful. It is on 13th of January. And when two planets conjunct, they also create a war-like situation. So the war-like situation is they're too close to each other. I have watched wars by transit. So in Sanskrit, it's called Yuddha. I've watched wars by transit. Sometimes it can bring some really frustrating energy, but sometimes if their lordships are good lordships for you, for example, if Saturn is Raja Yoga Karaka and Mercury is, for Taurus Lagna, 5th Lord, then it's quite a good combination. But I'm always noting these energies down. So all of 13th is Mercury is in war. And I always find that when Mercury is doing these something, then some communication gets messed up, or computers are not working, technology is not working. You may go to the bank and they are not, the network is down. There are all sorts of things. I was at the conference recently and Mercury was retrograde at that time. And there were all sorts of interesting irritation. It's small irritation. So remember that for Mercury retrograde, not retrograde, conjunct Saturn on 13th of April. So then we are looking at the final aspect of Mercury's transits through the 3 nakshatras. So because Mercury is, just one more point I wanted to make before I go to the nakshatras is that because Mercury is going to be in, is getting combust, what it's doing is its speed is quickening. So everything is going faster and faster. So it's not staying, firstly, in Sagittarius, it's staying only for about 21 days. And then in each nakshatra, it's a quick going through 1, 2nd, 3rd nakshatra. So as we go into Sagittarius, first thing on 31st is the Gandanta for a little while, because Mercury is not going to hang around and do anything. Then we are thinking about Mula. Mula is the root. During Mula, Mula's deity is Niriti, and the Nakshatra lord is Ketu. So there sometimes the soul wants to get rid of everything. And here it's more mental. Oh, we want to get rid of this. We want to let go of this. And we want to go really to the root of the matter. But of course, it's a good idea. It's also New Year. That why don't you think about your New Year resolutions and, trim some areas of your life. Let go of things that are no longer important to you. There's no need to let go of everything. But in Mula also, it's a great time to go deep into knowledge. It's a good time to study Jyotish as well, and to understand the meaning of life and the karmic burden that we carry with us, so that if we are doing some responsibilities, letting go of some things, then that is good. Now, this transit of Mula is from 31st to 9th of January. So then from 9th of January to 18th of January. So you see that the first one is a bit longer. It's 10 days long. And because of the combustion and Mercury's speed being more, the next transit is only 9 days, 9th to 18th of January. And that is where a lot of drama is taking place, because that's where Shani is. And so that is where, when Mercury crosses over that point, then and it is also going to cross over the eclipse point at that time. So there can be some unsettled energy, and especially the Sun-Saturn conjunction, Mercury Saturn conjunction on 13th, and the war on 13th, it can bring some obstacles, because Shani is obstacle, and it's not allowing you to go. And Purvashadha is about your own talents, your own energy that is developing, and people can block you from thinking your ideas, or they can block your great ideas. Don't worry about it. It's not going to last long. And after that, Mercury moves forward, and Purvashadha's Nakshatra lord is Venus, and the Devata is Apas. Apas is water. So this is good time to purify your thinking a bit, to think, okay, there's all this junk lying in my mind. Let me not think about it. Let me move from it. All of us have this stuff, that we have to work with. And then 18th to 20th, so only 2 days and a bit, it's going to be in Sagittarius part of Uttarashadha. Now, Uttarashadha, this part is very special because it is Vargottama, and Vargottama means it's in the same Rashi and Navamsha, a very powerful, good transit. And but Mercury is going closer to the sun, so it's getting hidden, and a lot of your thought process are not coming out at this time. So my thinking is that use this positive energy to recharge your mental batteries, and to think about all these ideas, but they may be coming too fast, and you may not be able to make out what is important, what is not. So at this stage, just allow them to flow in, and not to activate what energy you want. Uttarashadha is also a very ascetic nakshatra. So this is a good time to bring some simplicity into your life. So Mercury will be in Purvashadha till 20th in Purvashadha Sagittarius. And then I'll make another video about Purvashadha Capricorn. And so that actually Mercury lasts in Purvashadha till 26, Uttarashadha till 26. So more about that later. So finally, how does it affect you? As I said, all of us get affected by it. by whatever Mercury is doing. So what house it's transiting for you, what houses it rules for you. Those are the two important things. And then if it is your Lagna Lord, Moon Lord, then it is obviously very important, Sun Lord as well. And so if, I like to look at Lagna always. So if your Lagna Lord is there, it's going towards combustion. So be careful on specifically to do with health because you are burnt out. So take a little vacation. Mercury, both Gemini and Virgo don't need long vacations. Take a short holiday, short break. Look after yourself. So that is one aspect. For Gemini, Sagittarius is the 7th house. So it's about relationships, it's thinking about them. What are you going to do? How you're dealing with them? You're very much in that mode, but also Shani is there. So eclipse is there. So there's some area that is less than satisfactory for you, but don't be negative about it. Think about it and then say, I'm going to decide later what I'm going to do. As far as Virgo is concerned, Sagittarius is the 4th house of home. So they feel a bit restless about home. They want to stay at home. Let Shani eclipses are making them move around. So that is okay. Take a little break away, go away a little bit. Again, be conscious of the combustion because you are a bit burnt out. Virgo is very conscious of their health anyway. And it's New Year time, so we're all thinking about how to improve it. So that is it. I hope you like this. All the best. And I am going to post a number of videos and because I'm also going to India, so there'll be some time, there's going to be a bit less of them. So be patient with me. I'm posting a lot now for December. And all the links are below. Do go to my website. I'm going to have the newsletter up there as well, my planetary news for January. So look that up too and sign up for the newsletter. And I appreciate all the ideas you're giving me and continue seeing new videos both about transits as well as small tutorials.